Hello humans, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I rediscovered painting during my winter holidays and have had so much fun with it. So I decided that it was finally time to paint on one of those fancy papers I bought in the past but never dared to use. I guess we all have those kind of art supplies lying around, don't we? I'm always into mystic landscapes, so I went with the misty forest theme. I looked up a few aquarell tutorials the other day and I tried to implement what I learned without references. The goal was just to have fun, go with the flow and don't let myself get distracted from the camera hanging in front of my face. My brush had still a little black in there, so while attempting to wet the whole paper, the color came out a little darker than expected, which is no problem actually. I watered it down and pulled water with the dried brush so the background had a nice texture. While the paper is still wet, I drew some lines for the forest trees. They don't have to be precise as they will blurry anyways because of the wet paper. Like that, there is the illusion of trees without actually painting them. The paints I used are my old aquarell colors from back in my art school days, same as the brushes. I'm sure most of the supplies are around 10 years old, same as my experience with them. For the second layer, I didn't really wait for the paper to dry. I watered the bottom again, so the colors will blur nice and smooth, and did the same as in the first layer. And I just had to do a little cat cam, as my cat always sleeps on my desk next to me and she's the cutest. She will say hello later in the video once more. As the top was already quite dry, I could be more detailed there without the color extending as much. I dabbed the branches very loosely in a zigzag motion without paying too much attention. I'm a dot work tattoo artist and I love to create detailed dot work drawings with a fine liner, so you will see me dabbing quite a lot while painting as well. I guess after years of tattooing and drawing dots, that's just my kind of unconscious motion while holding a pencil or a brush. I also used a smaller brush to paint the top of the trees, so they are nice and pointy. And I realized I didn't like the empty space between the trees, so I used a lighter wash to paint some very light trees in the background. For the third layer, I let the paper dry. Well, I blow dried it, as I didn't have the patience to wait that long. And I really just repeated the last step, only with a darker wash, and I started paying more attention to the details, as the paper is now dry, and the colors won't blur anymore. Most of the time I start lightly on top of the tree, just using the tip of the brush. And as I work my way downwards, I let the brush become more loose and paint thicker strokes, or dots in my case. Also, turning the brush slightly in the same direction as the branches would go helped me a lot. For the second last layer, I used an even darker wash. I tried to paint more and more details, but I also tried to let my hand loosen up, have fun with it and just go with the flow. I painted the last layer with a thinner brush, and I used a paper towel to put away some color that was still wet, to create the illusion of mist. At least that was the plan. And as you can see, it was definitely not the last layer. And I guess I lost myself a little here with all the trees and the layers. But as the goal was to just have fun and go with whatever is coming up, that's fine. Get lost in a painting is a wonderful experience, I think. And as much as I like to be present and making conscious decisions, going with the flow and see where it takes you can be so much fun while painting. Maybe that's the reason I like it so much, because I personally can't really do that while tattooing. I love drawing and painting in a smaller scale, and even though I could have paid more attention to composition and stuff like this, I really like the result. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe you even get something out of it. If you have some tricks or tutorials which helped you in your art journey, please let me know and write them down in the comments. Merci and ciao.